Hi guys, I'm here with Max Carpenter, my grandfather. He's drag raced all his life, built hot rods all of his life, and we just wanted to run through a few achievements and how he got started and go through his history. So Max, the first car you built, what was that one? What was
The first car was a 28A model Ford with a Mercury motor in it. Yeah.
Can you remember what year that was?
1945, roughly.
And how old were you then?
About 16.
Yeah, wow. Okay. And just going through all the cars you've done, been involved with, hot rods, customs. How many cars would have you over the years built and helped build and been involved with?
Roughly about 28.
28.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, moving to the drag racing side of it, the first drag event you went to was with Yvonne
Yeah.
in the late 60s.
Yeah.
You guys liked what you saw?
Yeah.
Got involved in
Yvonne decided that she might like to drag race.
Yep, might like to do it.
Yeah.
So that's what kicked you off?
Yep.
Okay. So you went there, you seen that, and then you went home and bought a HB Tirana.
Yes, I bought a little HB Tirana.
Yeah.
Put a little 6-cylinder 177 motor in it.
177 in that one?
Yeah.
And it was called
Blue Vision.
Blue Vision.
Yeah.
Yep. And you raced that for a while.
Yep.
4-speed manual.
4-speed manual. Yeah.
And what was the diff in that one? Do you remember?
Toyota Def.
Toyota Hiace.
Hiace Def.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5/8 gears.
5/8. Okay. All right. And did you have slicks back then, or was it just normal tyres, or did you have proper slicks or anything like that?
No slicks those days. They're just Avon. I raced. I bought some second-hand Avon cars. Second-hand tyres off an Avon.
Okay. All right. And so in Blue Vision, you raced that and ended up breaking a few records.
Yes. Took a few there along the way.
Yeah. How many records did that one hold? Can you remember?
I don't know. I know it did break its own record 10 times one night.
Yeah. So back then with the drag racing, it was heads up.
Yeah. Heads up.
The quickest time one, or the first person
It was
to
class
the finish
racing.
line.
You were racing. It was. What was the class of the?
It was like a weight break.
Weight break. Yes.
Yeah. So.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Got a bit.
And so 10 times in one night, it went quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker, and kept resetting the record.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember how quick that one run?
What's the Blue Vision record?
What time Blue Vision run?
You got a record there, have you?
It was about 13:1, I think, by memory. But I'll put that up. I'll take photos of the records.
Yeah.
And show everyone.
I don't remember, Jay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll put some photos up and have a look at Blue Vision, and you can see the records and see what car it was.
Yeah.
So the other car you had at the time was the 1972 four-door Monaro.
Yeah.
HQ Monaro. So it had towed Blue Vision up.
Yeah.
And then Yvonne had raced that with powder puff.
Powder puffs, yes.
So it was a 308.
308. Yeah.
4-speed manual.
4-speed manual.
Salisbury diff.
Yep. Standard diff. Yeah.
Standard diff in it. Yep. Yeah. And she'd run. What times would that sort of do?
Oh, around about the 14s.
14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how'd she go racing that?
She done pretty good. And,
Yeah.
I think she top qualified for the nationals, the only street car,
Yeah, right.
and they were top qualified.
Okay.
Yeah.
Geez, you must have been busy up there with the 2 cars. And
Yeah, he
around.
would drive,
Yeah.
and we had the young fella,
Yeah. Lee or Grant?
Grant. We had Grant at the time.
And Lee there. Yeah.
He'd all the piping off the back of the Monaro seat, going down the strip.
Well, you might have thought it needed to be a bit lighter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. All right. So your day out at the drags, or your weekend at the drags, would be put the Blue Vision on the back,
Yeah.
on the trailer,
Yeah.
pack the kids in,
Back the kids in.
esky,
Yeah.
pram,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pram.
and both go racing.
Yeah, both go racing. Yeah.
Okay, that would have been good times.
Yeah. Yes. It was quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And while that was all going on in the background, you're also building the 27 T bucket.
27-2. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have a look at a few photos of the Monaro, and then we'll get into the T bucket.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's late 70s,
Yeah.
late 1970s, and you went back to your grassroots of building hot rods, and you built yourself a little 1927 model T
Yeah.
bucket
Bucket. Yeah.
called My T.
Yeah.
So MYT.
Yeah.
Everyone called it My T, but it was actually Max and Yvonne's T.
Yeah. T. Yeah.
So little bucket, and
I took it to Newcastle and registered it.
so it was registered. Yeah,
Yeah.
road registered.
Road registered.
Yeah. Holden 6-cylinder,
Yeah.
4-speed.
Yeah.
M21 in that one.
M21.
Box.
Yeah.
Holden box, yeah.
Yeah.
Toyota Hi-O stiff
Yep.
with 5/8
5/8 gears.
gears in it. Yep. And it used to run in the CAP class, which is your altered class.
No, you're wrong there. It's running street class because it was a registered
car. Yeah.
registered car.
Okay, it was in street class.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it held the B/hot rod record, which is 6-cylinder hot rod record, naturally aspirated.
Yeah.
Held the national record for 22 years.
22 years. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And in the end, the motor in that, I've got a bit of a list here. So the motor was a 202 block.
202 block. Yeah.
Yeah, and it had Triumph TR7 pistons.
Yeah.
And Chrysler, were they Chrysler Hemi 6-cylinder rods?
Yeah. Chrysler rods.
Chrysler rods. Aluminium, was it aluminium Duggan head?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So a Duggan head with all titanium valves,
Yeah.
all the top
All the
angles.
running gear.
Yeah.
Nitride crank.
Nitride
Nitride
crank.
cam.
Yep.
Billet crank.
So the cam was a Watson cam,
Yeah. Watson cam.
and it used to work between what
4,9.
4,000 to 10,000.
10. Yes.
10,000.
Yeah.
Yep. So the M21 4-speed, you end up adapting a Massey Ferguson tractor
Clutch plate and
Yeah.
Toyota double diaphragm
Yeah.
pressure plate. Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I remember commentators and a few people, and I'd hear, oh, here comes Max a million revs.
Yeah.
So you'd be at the start line,
Yeah.
and what would you sidestep the clutch at? What RPM?
Oh, around about 10.
So 10,000 revs
Yeah.
and sidestep the clutch.
Yeah.
Jesus. And then and you had triple Delordos on that one?
Yeah.
40
Triple
mil.
Delordo.
Yeah, 40 mil Delordos. Okay. And that car, oh, it held multiple records.
Yeah.
And you raced it for a good while. You went down to Castle Ray.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
went to Sydney with it twice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Went down there and
Run
raced
the
it.
last beating at Castle Ray.
Yeah, and you got runner-up against a
Runner-up.
big block Monaro.
Yeah.
I think they put you against.
Yes.
Yeah, you got runner-up down there. Okay, and you had the Ampole series. You were involved in that.
Yeah, I won the Apple Series.
Yeah, won the Ampole series. And That car, you end up selling that. That went to someone, they put Chrysler in it or something.
Yeah.
Hemi in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that got on sold.
I've never seen it since.
Haven't seen it since. Yeah,
Yeah.
love to see it.
Yeah.
Love to get a hold of it. Also, you also was a family involved sort of deal.
Yes.
My dad,
Yeah.
Michael.
We
my
had
son.
the service station at the time.
Yeah, he was involved, and he ended up having a little altered.
Yeah, he had a little older that run quite quick, really. Yeah.
Little V8 Chevy in that
Yeah,
one.
V8 Chevy.
It was a 302 Chevy or
It was a 302, and we put the
D-stroke.
Gemini converter
Yep,
in a power glide.
yep. Okay, I'll put some photos up of that as well.
Yeah.
And then you raced that for a while, and then I had a couple little health issues, and a bit of stress got to you, and you decided that
Should go hot rod.
Yeah, give it away. You wanted to go back hot rodding.
Yeah.
So we'll have a look at some photos of the bucket and my dad's bucket. Alright, so in 1981 you built the Executive,
Yes.
which was an LJ Trana, two-door,
Yep.
and you put the motor in that out of the bucket.
Yep.
When you sold the bucket, they put a Chrysler in it, you kept the motor
Yep.
and put that in the LJ.
Yep.
Now you did that to go in a tin top
Tin top.
because the bucket was open and there were a few feathers ruffled, and they said you wouldn't be able to run the same times in the tin top as you are in the bucket, but you went out and the Executive held national records as well.
Yeah. Run the same time.
Yeah, ran pretty similar times. Yeah. Now you basically you built a V8 for the LJ for Executive.
Yeah. Had a heart attack.
Yeah, you had a heart attack, had a few health issues, and sold the LJ.
Yeah.
And decided that you'd go back into hot rodding.
Yes.
Not as much stress.
Yeah.
Not as dear every weekend as it is to go racing.
Yeah.
And so that's when you started
Hot
your hot
rodding.
rods again.
Hot rodding.
And you
yeah.
wanted to go back to racing your street rods.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I put a few photos up of the Executive and the time that it done.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into building the little 28A Roadster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that brings us to 1992, and you had the 28A model and fully registered it in New South Wales.
Yeah.
Now with that one, it was a Ford with a Holden 253 in it.
Yeah.
A little bit frowned upon back then.
Yeah.
Not meant to put Holdens in
You
Fords.
don't put Holdens.
Not
hot
in
rods.
street rods.
Yeah.
Anyway, got through that, and That motor was a Maxi Special.
Yeah.
It had a few funny bits in the bottom end.
Yeah.
So 283 pistons, Chev.
Yeah, 283 pistons. And,
what rods did that have in it?
it had Chrysler rods as well.
So it wasn't actually a stroker, it was a long rodded motor.
A long rodded motor, not a stroker motor, a long
rodded motor. So
Yeah,
it
long
still
rod.
had the cast heads on it.
Yeah.
The 253 heads or 38
Yeah,
heads.
yeah.
And but it gave you a longer burn.
Longer
with the
burning
longest-
period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a long rodded motor. So
Yeah.
and that little 253 had Trimatic, and it's actually Grant's car now.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
the
I
one-
gave it a grant for his 21st birthday.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Grant's changed the combination in it, but back then, you had the 253 and took it up the drags, and it ran a 12.3, I think.
Yeah, 12.3, something like that.
Yeah, it ran that 110, 111.
111 mile an hour.
Yeah, something like that. So for 253, it was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Good little car. It's copped a flogging. I know Grant's given it a fair hiding.
Yeah.
It's lasted.
Yes, it's lasted well.
Yeah, pretty well built chassis under that one.
Yeah.
28 model chassis.
Yeah, 28 chassis, but a lot of
Yeah.
modifications.
Yeah, 4-link rear end,
Yeah.
all the gear in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'll put a few photos up of that. I'll have a look at that. And yeah, continue on. Okay, so it's about the mid-90s now,
Yeah.
and myself, Grant, Lee, we're all running around the streets with our own cars,
Yeah.
doing a bit of racing and playing
little-
up,
Yeah.
following in the footsteps.
No.
Yeah.
We had little dicks.
No, following in the footsteps. Anyway, I just wanted to mention, I got a few mates that used to come down here to the house. Your house was always open to everyone.
Yeah.
We'd, had Little Dave, remember Little Dave?
Yeah.
Matty Zammit,
Yeah.
what was his nickname?
Yeah.
Snorkel.
Yeah. Snorkel.
JB and his Ford.
Yeah.
We'd all run around all night, and then we'd end up back here at about, well after midnight, 2, 3
yeah,
o'clock.
like
And
4 o'clock. Yeah.
you'd always seem to be waking up and finding out how we went and what we got up to, and if we were getting beaten, we'd seem to be working on the cars the next day to try and make them a bit quicker.
Yeah.
So it was good fun times, but we were doing the wrong thing. We were out street racing, and we ended up getting caught, and the police were onto this, and they started approaching hot rod clubs and people and trying to get something started at the old surface dragway. It was still sitting there, run down but sitting there. Anyway, and you were part of Gold Coast Street Rodders then,
Yeah.
and the club kind of got bought into that, and your name got chucked in the ring to help organise to get it going
Yeah.
and get something happening there.
Yeah.
So you went back to surface dragway, and eventually what happened? Operation Drag started.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yes.
club pretty much runner. You were sort of involved with
I
the
was
drag
running the
racing
pits.
side of it, yeah, and the pits and the scrutineering and stuff, and
Yeah.
even was in the tower with
Tower.
everyone, and
Yeah.
you even got back Keith White.
White. Yeah.
He was the original commentator back in surface days in the early
Yeah.
days. Was Kerry there? Kerry Digney then?
Yeah.
Was he involved?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think he.
He was a bit involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was good. I mean, it kept us off the streets pretty much, and something to look forward to, and we did that for quite a while. I mean,
For free. I did it for free.
I think it was till about 96, 97.
Yeah.
That was going till. I just got to look at my notes here because there's so much involved in it. And you had the A model at that time,
Yes.
and I remember now anyone could jump in it and have a run down the strip.
Yeah.
And we had a few people come out there, the likes of
Celebrities.
Alan Grice.
Yeah.
He give it a run.
Yep. Dickie Bushell. Dickie Johnson.
Dickie Johnson had a run. Dickie Johnson got out of it, and he made a pretty good comment. Reckons.
Yeah. Straight and clean.
Straight and clean. Nice car to drive.
Yeah.
Hierarchy of police.
Yep.
A lot of policemen had a go in that car.
Yep.
A
lot of celebrities.
Yeah. So it definitely got the wheels driven off it then as well.
Yeah.
And that was all the little 253 in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was good times. I put a couple of photos up of that. We don't have too much memorabilia on that.
No.
But there is a Channel 7, I think, news video on it. So if you look that up, Operation Drag Surface, you'll see what that was all about. Okay, so in 1997,
Yeah.
you got the car, the hot rod that you've got now, the 34 Chev Coupe, fully registered,
Yeah.
all steel.
All steel.
Yeah, it was an ex-Speedway car from Surface,
Yeah.
and you design that, you sort of base that on like a pro street,
American style.
yeah, American pro street
Yeah.
look, which I think's pulled off pretty well.
Yeah.
It's chopped.
Chop channel.
Was it widen? Was it widen?
Yeah, 6 foot wide.
Yeah, 6 foot wide, that one.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's a bit of a testament. It's your last one that you're driving anyway, not the last one you built, but the last one you've kept. And it's been on the road since '97, so a fair while now. It's had a few motor changes.
No.
No,
Heads were changed.
Yeah, the heads were changed. The motor's never been changed.
Motor's never been changed.
No,
Okay. All right. And you had your last race against Kyle,
yeah.
my son, your grandson,
Yeah, my great grandson.
your great grandson, yeah.
Yeah.
And he, we got to let you in. We said to him, like, when he got in my car, I said, let Max go. Don't push him. We were a bit worried about you, but the flag dropped and you bloody took off and taught him a lesson.
Yeah.
I think he regrets it now, going a bit easy. The old coupe still goes well.
Yeah,
It
it
hooked
still
in.
runs straight and clean.
Yeah, it hooked in well.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Chev runs a 12
Yeah.
Yeah.
12, eh?
Yeah, 12 is not too bad.
Considering it's about 1,300 and something kilo, that isn't it? All
It's
steel.
1402.
1,402. You remember?
Yeah.
Your memory's definitely there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. So, out of all the cars you built, what was the hardest one, you reckon? What was the one that really give you a hard time? Any that stumped you?
No, getting suspension out of Jason's car was hard.
My car? Which
Yeah.
one's that?
Yeah.
The first one, the Tourer?
No, out of the last one. I was very concerned with the suspension on it.
Yeah.
Give me a lot of hassle.
Yeah, it got sorted, but
Got sorted, yeah.
yeah, only because we're trying.
It worried me because of the suspension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did base that. I mean, we haven't put down every car you've built, but you did base that on the old fishing truck you built yourself.
Yeah.
I'll put photos up of that. But yeah, you had a hot rod you built yourself, 32 Chev, and used to put the tinny on top and tow the caravan that you built behind it.
Yeah, all that
And
sort
go
of
up the
thing.
dams
Yeah.
and
I've never had really troubles with any car.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Yeah. Sorted them out as you went.
Sorted it out as I went,
Yeah.
and I think building the car to do the job is the most important thing.
Yep.
And all my cars I build will run on the strip.
Yep.
I built them to run on the strip, not to look at, to be on the strip.
To race.
To race, yes, to race.
Yeah, I think.
But
we
saying
see
that, the Chevy won Valor twice.
Yeah, it got top 10. Yeah.
Top 10 Valor twice.
Yeah.
Won the Brisbane Coupe.
Top coupe at the Brisbane show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Won all that, and the A model probably was the quickest street car I run on the street.
Yep.
Yeah, because it
Other
had,
than the T bucket.
other than the T bucket.
Yeah.
The A model had phenomenal 60 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have any close calls at surface?
One at surface, the plate at the finish line, I ran over it with the front wheel, and it came up and put the car in reverse at 100 mile an hour. It was a bit hairy.
Plate?
A plate where the finishing, where the wiring went through.
Oh,
It was
okay. Yep.
A foot plate,
Yep.
steel plate,
Steel plate. Yeah.
by 10 mil, you know.
Yep.
And it flew up and hit the reverse, hit the gear shift, and went into 100 mile an hour at reverse, reverse.
Spin you around.
Oh yeah, lots of times.
Okay.
Yeah.
And over all your time racing and that, what was your biggest achievement, you reckon? What sort of, did you sit back and think, Jesus, I didn't think I'd pull that off, but you know, you got there.
I built the motors and cars to do a job, and I was very satisfied with what I'd done.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't build them just as hot rods. I wanted to bring hot rodding into drag racing. Is my sole aim for the last 20 years.
Yeah,
is
to bring the street rods.
Bring
to the
street
track.
rodding back into drag racing. Is my sole achievement. Yes.
Well, I think you've done that. I think, you know, us boys are a testament to that as
Yeah.
well. We all.
I wanted to bring street rodding back into drag racing.
Yeah.
Because I think that's where they belong.
Yeah. Well, you got the
But
nostalgia.
saying
there,
that, I wanted to do it economically.
Yeah.
Not spend $1 million on a working man's budget.
Yeah.
I want to do it on everything I do is on a working man's budget.
Yeah. Attainable.
You can spend $1 million and create 1 million records, but that's not what I'm about. I'm about working on a working man's budget.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
It's what you can afford.
Yep.
And what I build and what I race and what my kids have got, they can afford them.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the whole issue of it all, is what they can afford.
Yeah, that's right. Getting your bang for buck.
Yes.
Yeah. And
getting pleasure and highs for the least cost.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Adrenaline, they call it. Adrenaline build up.
Yeah, you become a bit of a speed junkie, don't you?
Jason especially, of course, is one of the worst I've ever seen for chasing adrenaline.
Well, I think we've all got the bug, the drag racing bug. But
yeah.
I think, you know, when you talk about street rods and drag racing, you know, Grant at Nostalgia's, he's been very, very successful.
Yeah.
And, you know, it goes through phases. I mean, you see the cars will get up there and race every now and then you'll see the numbers drop off and stuff like that. But there's quite a few events now where you see more and more street rods.
I think the A model is a car that has achieved more than any other car that I know of. It's been raced from the day it was made till now.
Yep, 30 years it's been on the road.
It's been 30 years, raced solid for 30 years, and is still registered on the road.
Yep.
So the A model would be an outstanding car.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're definitely all a legacy for you.
Yeah.
And thanks for spending the time going through it all. I mean, we've only touched on it really. There's enough photos and nostalgia here to blow your mind, but that gives people a bit of an idea of
Yeah.
how you started, where you
Yeah.
come from,
Yeah.
and where we're at now.
But pleasure for dollars is the name of the game.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.